Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Grand Page. Today I have something a little different I want to take a look at because I currently have my first child, my daughter. She's 18 months old, and obviously she's asking to read everything because she's just super curious about the world and just wants to get into everything. I'm very, very proud of her for being so interested in so many different things. But in particular, she's very interested in books. I'm very proud of this. And one book in particular I want to look at today is I'll Love You Till the Cows Come Home. Now, this book is by Catherine Cristaldi and Christina Litton. I hope I said that correctly. I hope I said their names right. First of all, I highly recommend this book to any parents, any new parents, or if you're a parent and you're just looking for books to get your child, I highly recommend this one. But I want to talk about its larger themes and why it's so important for a kid maybe to read this particular book, or for you in particular as a parent to read this book to your child. So the basic premise of the book is throughout the entire story, you're reading to your kid and they're being introduced to a bunch of different animals and they're going off on crazy adventures. Little things here and there. The cows, for example, till they come home. Why are they not already at home? Well, it's because they're going off into space. There are wolves that are brought up. Why are the wolves not home? Well, they're in hot air balloons and they're flying over mountain ranges. Why are the frogs not home? Well, they're off on a circus and performing various feats in the air for other animals. I won't spoil the other animals for you, but that's the general gist of the story. Different animals are introduced, and they're all going on crazy adventures. And why is this appealing so much to kids? Well, on the surface, you have, number one, animals, very exciting to kids and their interests. You know, they're very interested and curious in other living things, in particular cute animals like cows and yaks and frogs, things of that nature. And they're going off on crazy adventures. They're going off into the air in hot air balloons. They're going off into space. These hyperbolic, crazy things that these animals are getting into, those things are very interesting to children. But more to the below the surface level detailed analysis of this is the narrative and the themes that it's actually trying to get across. I don't know if the authors necessarily intended this, but nonetheless, it was created. And it gives this, number one, it creates this, doesn't create, but it expresses. It expresses the idea of a parent's enduring love. For example, again, the title is I'll love you. I will love you until the cows come home. The I in that statement is typically would be associated with some kind of parent. The assumption is a parent is reading this to their child. I will love you till the cows come home. So these cows are going off on these ridiculous adventures. Me, the parent, I will love my daughter until the cows come home. Well, you know, first of all, the cows probably aren't leaving. And number two, even if they do leave for somewhere crazy, you know, I'm still going to love you forever. The idea is the enduring love of a parent, that no matter what happens, no matter what crazy antics that occur in the world, whether it be cows going into space or whether it be wolves in air balloons going over mountain ranges, I will love you for all enduring time. So that, number one, is key, that main theme of a parent's enduring love. But I think there's something else at play here too, and it's a little more subtle. And I think it's the encouragement for the child to go onto their own crazy adventures like these animals. The idea that these crazy adventures can even be expressed in the first place, even though we know that cows can't go into space or wolves can't put themselves in air balloons and go, flying over mountain ranges. Even though those animals can't do that, it's a hyperbolic expression to illustrate a more truthful point, and that is that my daughter, your child, all children should and believably will go on their own crazy adventures one day. And that's something for some parents probably difficult to hear. And so this book isn't just important for kids to read, but it's also important for parents to read. Your kid is on loan to you. My child is on loan to me. We don't get to keep them for whatever amount of time. For here in the United States, it's 18 years. For whatever determined amount of time, we are responsible for them. We have to make sure they stay alive and they learn important lessons. But one day, they gotta leave. One day, they gotta go to space. One day, they have to go on a hot air balloon over mountain ranges. They have to go on their own journey, just like you did, just like I did. Because they can't stay with you forever. Because you won't be around for forever. And that's a difficult swallow, or that's a difficult pill for a lot of parents to swallow. But this book helps teach that. It teaches the kid, hey, you got to go on your own adventure. You can't stay here forever. I'll love you forever. My love for you will endure forever. But I won't be here forever. You're going to have to go on your own into the world and find a way to operate in it. And I think that's another lesson that this story is trying to illustrate. Number one, a parent's love is enduring, and not just biological parents either. I'm talking if you're caring for a child, I mean truly caring for them, not just feeding them and giving them water and making them sleep or whatever. I'm talking about you're disciplining them, you're exposing them to new things out in the world, helping them develop themselves, showing true love to that kid. You're a parent, bottom line, biological or not. And so this book expresses that enduring love of a parent, the importance of the child leaving home, and that the parent has to let them go one day. Maybe not now. My daughter's only 18 months. I can't just boot her out of the house. That would be irresponsible. But one day, my daughter's got to go out into the world. It scares me. I'm not going to lie to you. It scares me. But nonetheless, it doesn't change the fact that my daughter can't stay here with me because I'm not going to last forever. She'll go on without me. She has to find a way to do that. And this book helps teach that. So, highly recommend I'll Love You Till the Cows Come Home. Very good book, not just for kids, but for parents as well. If you like this video, please consider giving it a like, commenting, and subscribing. As always, I am your most humble and obedient servant, Page Ghost.